Hey everyone, I'm Nate.
And I'm Abby.
This little guy's Popeye. Emil is taking a nap. We're the RC Sailors. Welcome to our RC family. We thought we would just jump in front of the camera, fly a little micro drone today. We were going to fly a little earlier, but it's very, very, very windy, and now it's dark. So, micro drone time. This one is the little Syma X20, and I like it already. I just like Syma drones. Their little stuff, it's just usually really good. I'd say like 90% of the time or more, they have pretty good stuff. This is simple. It's the drone, the transmitter, and I like the transmitter. I want to show you guys why. And I just want to say a big thanks to a subscriber and good friend of the channel and ours, Robert Hip. He sent this to us a while ago, and we're just now getting a chance to fly it and have some fun. So he wanted everybody to be able to hear our opinion of this, because we will let you guys know if we don't like it or not. And he sent it to us. So let's get a couple close shots of these things, and I'll tell you what I like about it, and then we'll fly it, let you know if it's worth your hard-earned money or not. Here's the drone itself. It's a nice little sleek profile. It's very clean. The plastic feels good. It's sturdy and just feels well made. When you're charging it, these lights back here in the back go red. The little charge port is on the back. Probably the only downside to this is the fact that it's an internal battery, and it's going to be hard to take out of there. I mean, it's, you know, 4 screws, but it's not just slide a battery in and plug it in the back. So after a few hundred flights or so, you might be looking at probably moving on to another drone. That's probably its biggest downfall. And you might be able to buy another battery and replace it. But anyway, a little power button on the top. It does come with 4 spare props. These are basically permanent prop guards, but if you increase your skill level and you get comfortable, you could just cut those off with wire cutters or something. Just be careful. But yeah, it comes with 4 spare props. It does have a nice long USB to micro USB charge cable. Very nice. And here's my favorite part about this drone, the transmitter. It's pretty cool. Nice and flat, that fits in your pocket, and that's kind of the idea here. They want this to fit in your pocket. Notice the joysticks. Can you see that, Abby? Can you see how like they don't stick up hardly at all? Yep. That is very unique on this guy. They feel cool. They feel like one of those little track pads on old laptops. I don't know if they still do that or not, but this should be really fun. This is an altitude hold drone. Both of those are spring loaded. I'm kind of excited to fly this because I don't know if I've flown one with joysticks like this ever before. It takes 4 AAA batteries in the back here. And then it comes with an instruction manual that, I mean, they always do a good job with their instructions, but it's just funny that it's so big. It's even bigger than the transmitter and drone combined, but it's nice, and it has a good button layout, which the buttons are easy to remember anyway, but a good instruction manual, very nice. So let's get this up a little bit higher and then just push the throttle out. Well, this likes to climb a lot. I mean, it's just continually climbing. Kind of odd. It's coming down now, but the altitude hold isn't working great on it. And I'm hands-free there. This is hands-free on this drone. I think what I want to do, that's it. It's going up and it's going forward a lot. You can trim this, but the trimming function is kind of funny. You have to hold this button and then pull this, like you pull the joystick back if you want to trim back. So you hold this left button, push which way you need it to be trimmed, and I think we've about zeroed it in. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay, we're hands-free now that I got it trimmed up. It's doing pretty good. So red lights on the front, green lights on the back. A lot of people don't like that on toy grade drones because it's a toy, and we prefer red lights in the back like a car. But the reason they do that is because on bigger hobby grade drones, more expensive camera drones, you'll see red lights on the front always for orientation, because a red light doesn't interfere with the camera as much as other colors. So that's why red is always on the front of camera drones, expensive GPS camera drones. So they're probably just following suit with that, and that makes sense to me. The lights look really good. That green light on the back is so bright. I really like that for orientation. Now this drone does have a flip function, so let's try that. You just press and hold the top right shoulder, but it did a funny thing. it did the flip and then it climbed on its own afterwards. So let's do that one more time. Abby, be ready to follow it. It's probably on a flip and then climb. So it climbed up a little bit more. So when you do your flip, look, we're gonna start it at about my head, and we'll see where it ends up on its own. That's a lot higher, maybe a couple feet or so, and then it settles back down here slowly. Kind of odd. The top left shoulder is rates, and we have 2 beeps now for that, for the second rate. It's kind of snappy. I do like this transmitter, by the way. It feels really good. And it's just 1 and 2 rates, so I'm kind of surprised not to see a third rate, but it's a little indoor drone, so that's about as fast as you really want to fly something like this anyway. I really like these joysticks. They feel really good. I'd like to see more transmitters do this. The thing itself is like this really sleek little small profile transmitter, and I like that a lot. It feels really good in my hands, but then the joysticks just feel good. You don't have to push them that far to get full throw, the full pitch of your drone. I just like this. This is nice. Now that I got it trimmed up, it's a whole different drone. What do you think, Popeye? You got pretty excited there at the beginning. What do you think, buddy? Not a bad drone, huh? They're just amazed? They're just amazed at these things? Pretty cool, huh, buddy? So one thing I would encourage you guys to do as you're learning and progressing in the hobby is to make the drone face you. Right now the front of the drone is facing me, so everything on the right stick is completely opposite. When I push forward, it comes toward me. When I pull back on the joystick, it goes away. And the other orientation is opposite too, so left makes the drone go to my right, and right makes it go to my left. Kind of confusing, but it's good to practice that, because sometimes when you're flying outside, people do this a lot. You adjust your throttle, you push up, and while you push up, you rotate. And it can get confusing when the drone is facing a different direction and you're kind of far away and didn't plan for that. So it's really good to practice orientation on a little drone like this. I'm going to do the auto land feature. Just press both of those at the same time and it just drops. So the lights start to blink when your battery's low, you know it's time to land. And that's good. Just press and hold that button and then turn your switch off. That's a really nice setup. Abby clocked that at a 5-minute flight time, and on a micro drone, that's fair. I really cannot complain about that. The one complaint I do have though is that the battery is an internal battery. You cannot easily access that to just swap another battery out and keep flying. Let this cool off for 5 minutes and then plug it in to charge again. And then before you just jump into a flight, you know, after you unplug it after it's been charging, let it cool off for a minute or two. Just take it easy on your batteries. So if you're lucky, you can get maybe like a 5-minute flight every hour or so on this drone. Otherwise, it was great. I really liked flying it with the transmitter. The trim function was very easy to do. You just press and hold that button and then pick which direction. Just kind of keep going left, 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 or right, 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 and you'll hear it beep. And then the other button, I think, resets it. So very easy controls, altitude hold, good beginner-friendly indoor drone with the little built-in prop guards. You cannot go wrong with that. We'll have it linked in the description box below if you guys want to check it out for yourself. Thanks again to Robert Hipp for sending this to us. Again, sorry about that Sky Viper drone not taking a charge, but this was great. Thank you very much. Guys, thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you in the next video.